Hello and welcome back to another Terraria Pinkymod episode. In the last episode we defeated Plantera and Valdaris the Harpy Aegis, which unlocked Pandaean bars, and in this episode we're probably going to fight the next boss, which is the Dungeon Constructor, and maybe Goblin. But for now, I just need to test if the Mineral Mirror does anything. And it says, pockets of pearlstone, pearl sand and pink ice form anew. And Irradium is already present in your world. So wait, I think that means that there's more Hello in our world, but that doesn't matter. So with Pandaean bars, we can craft quite a lot of things actually, but I think I want to craft the ranged weapons. So we have the Jungle Phoenix, the Inquisitor's Wing, the Infinitarian of the Sky, the Doom Reaver, and the Lickstern, which actually we can't craft the Doom Reaver, but we can craft the Lickstern very easily. So I'll craft that, Lickstern. So, what does it do? Oh, hold on. So if we shoot something, more arrows appear from above, which ends up dealing just a lot of damage. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And we actually need to fight Valdaris again to get more Pandaean bars, which shouldn't be too difficult with this new weapon. So a lot of the time, the things don't actually hit. It'll be better on like a slower moving boss, like the Destroyer probably. Oh, I actually died. So, that's an interesting thing, I guess. Wait, the death message is a bit suspicious. It doesn't have my name. But yeah, I think this weapon wasn't the right weapon for this boss. Well, we do need it though, because this epic endgame weapon needs it, apparently. But yeah, I think there was better things that we could have gotten instead. But we can actually craft armor with these bars, so I'm going to have to try that fight again and get a bunch more bars. Oh, I beat the boss again. That was harder than last time, it feels like. Oh, and we've got a magic weapon, the Mythical Orendia. Interesting. Oh, it homes a lot. This weapon would be good if we were a mage. Well, not a mage, so it's not actually very good. So, another thing we can craft with Pandaean bars is the Great Harpy Bar. I wasn't going to craft it because it's kind of OP, but it might actually be useful for farming. Like, I won't use it for a boss that we haven't fought yet, but let's try it out on boss that I'm trying to farm. So, you get the item, I summon it, and then do I use it? Or does it not do anything? Wait, I don't think it did anything. I have been possibly trolled. So that was a waste of 15 Pandaean. But anyway. Oh, there we go, another boss defeated. And it was a close fight as well. Oh, we got another magic weapon, Shard of Laputa. Whoa. It just summons stuff. Hang on, how much damage does this do? Not too much damage for me, but it might be better if I actually had magic buffs. But what's this? Warding Bulwark of the Weak. The Gift of Providence increases endurance by 12% and defense by 7. Immunity to various debuffs, knockback, fire blocks, increases life regen and max life. I'm gonna try that out. It looks as if it would be better than this, which I'm currently using. I don't know why I'm still using it. But gives 7 defense, and yeah, it might even be better than the worm scarf. I might need to find another accessory to replace the worm scarf. But yeah, I think I'll actually do it now. Which accessories can we get? So I've decided that an Avenger emblem will be the best accessory to get. So extra 12% increased damage. Actually, I need to reforge all my accessories, so I'll probably reforge them all to menacing probably. But it might cost me some monies. Somehow we have like 21 platinum, so I don't think money will actually be a problem for quite a while. I think Valdaris dropped a lot of money. And there we go. I have reforged all my accessories to menacing and lost 5 platinum to the Goblin Tinkerer. But that was to be expected, honestly. So Now I'm gonna keep grinding some more Pandaeon. I just noticed that during that phase transition, he grabs like a rod of Discord and then teleports away, which is interesting. He must be pretty lucky then with the Chaos Elemental drop rates. So there's another weapon that we can craft called the something of the Grey Feathers. Arc of the Grey Feathers, there we go. With, it's like an upgraded Daedalus Stormbow, which is a good weapon, and I'm guessing it's just going to be even better. Yep, looks pretty good. Okay, let's test this out on a target dummy. Interesting. It does a sizable number of damage. So that's a thing that exists. Hang on, I'll try it out on Valdaris. Yep, the entire screen is just covered in stars, and it's doing insane damage. Oh my goodness. Look, this weapon is kind of epic. And its sprite is cool too. I didn't notice the sprite. I died. I was too focused on dealing damage, and I wasn't even dealing damage. I was just too focused on using the weapon. Oh, I got some throwing weapons. That's kind of cool. You throw them and then they split into two. Okay, that's pretty epic. But I believe we can craft some of the armor now. Oh, we're only going to be able to craft 2 pieces, but we'll be able to craft the rest after one more fight. Oh wow, I just noticed how much money he drops. He drops 6 platinum and 75 gold from the treasure bag. So that's pretty epic. But we can now craft the last piece of the armor. So we need the ranged one, which will be this one, the Kingsguard Mask. It increases our defense by a lot. 19 defense increase. It increases our damage by 83 to 78. It decreases our damage. Oh, when getting critical hits, you have a chance to phase out, turning you semi-invisible and absorbing the next few attacks. Phasing out lasts for 4 seconds, but has a 1 in 3 chance for an attack to end it prematurely. Interesting. So it's like better titanium armor with less damage. Also, what is that? Illusion of Pinky. Oh, it's like a boss. Whoa. That was something, I guess. 75 gold. It increases life regen and flight time, though, by quite a decent amount. And movement speed and jump speed. I think I'm going to keep it on just for the mobility and defense increases. Right, so the next thing we need to do is fight the Dungeon Constructor. So, using the strange pendant, we need to fight it in the depths of the dungeon, or at least close to it. So, I'll grab a dungeon teleportation potion, and can we use it? Nothing happens. Okay. Still nothing happens. Still nothing happens. Okay, hang on. How deep do we need to be? There's a dungeon slime spawning. Nothing happens. This is spooky. Nothing is happening. Oh, something happened. There we go, the Dungeon Constructor has awoken. So I kind of don't want to fight it inside the dungeon, because the dungeon is very cramped. And it despawned. Okay, looks like we're fighting it in the dungeon. Okay, so let's try this. So we summon it. And we can deal some damage. Oh, but gosh. It does a lot of damage. Whoa! This isn't pretty. And it despawned. Okay, so I think this isn't really going to work, fighting it in such a small area. So I'm going to have to do what I do with Poltergeist in the Calamity mod and make an arena. Okay, the bomb has been placed. And boom, there we go. An arena has been mostly created. I just need to put in a few extra platforms and such. And there we go, that's a good enough arena for me. So, let's try this again. The Dungeon Constructor has awoken, and this time, I will survive for longer than 0.1 seconds. Oh, he's using like lunatic cultist and dungeon enemy attacks. Whoa. But he seems to stand still a lot, so this weapon is very good for it. He threw like water balloons or something. Wait, his head came off and is attacking. Whoa, this is some bullet hell madness. Oh, back to bullet hell madness. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, we got him. That was kind of a crazy fight. Okay, all my inventory is full of furniture. But okay, what have we got? Mind Seal, the final piece in the Constructor's Machinarium used to activate it. Grants passage into the void, only usable in Atagam mode, which is what we are in. And the treasure bag, what do we get? Rogue Memory, tainted by dark and otherworldly power. And Wild Crux Tenebris. I know you'll be watching over me, and I wish I could be there. Press the Pinkymod special ability key to activate the Crux Tenebris. All projectiles are granted limited lifesteal, but decreases all damage done by 25% and inflicts blindness. Hang on, let's try that out, actually. Okay, hang on. Okay, so I do have lifesteal, but not a lot. Like 4 every now and then, so it's not actually very good. It's just not enough lifesteal to be viable. And this rogue memory, what does this do? Can craft into another armor. A mage armor set, it looks like. And a magic weapon, melee weapon, more melee weapon. Doesn't look like any ranged weapons. And then like another mana increasing thing. But I want to try out this Mind Seal thing. I think I know where we're supposed to go. I think it's down here, which I accidentally broke a little bit, but I think it'll still work. Okay, so it is here. So, whoa. Something certainly happened. Oh, and there's an enemy already. Whoa, a lot of enemies already. Holy moly. There's a lot of things happening right now. Oh my goodness. So, it appears we are in another dimension now. So, that's kind of cool. Can we mine any of the blocks? Yes, void dirt, void sludge. And what's this? Oh, there's so many enemies. Fallen Protector. Whoa. Oh gosh. And we're getting lots of this dissonance. And I want to see what this thing is. Also dissonance. And no, watching void sludge. I'm almost dead. Oh, we've reached Spiky Land. The enemy spawn rate seems to be coming down a bit. Oh, and I'm dead. Right. So, that is a very cool area, but I think I'm going to have to save that for another episode. So, for now, I hope you've enjoyed. Like if you did, subscribe maybe, And now we're going to read some lore, but not here because we'll die infinitely. Okay, so we unlocked a lot of lore from going to that dimension. So the first thing is the Dungeon Constructor, an enigmatic figure who claims to have built upon the dungeon, making it into the massive thing we know today. Perhaps the greatest sorcerer to ever live, and definitely the oldest living one. Over the centuries, his body has literally crumbled to dust, only held together through intense and unending magics. His skull, however, has been lost and it appears to have been replaced by that of a strange alien being. I can't find archives of any sort, indicating who he might have been before his undeath centuries ago. I reckon he was already a powerful mage back then, perhaps even the strongest of his age. He must have been a powerful and infallible warrior. How he became a skeleton in the first place puzzles me. And then this void eye thing. Wandering eyes corrupted by the abyss, or as some would call it, the void. I'm generally afraid of them popping through the wall and biting a chunk of my face away, which by the way, they can do very well. However, if you keep them at bay and do not let them get into charging range, you should be fine. Keyword, should be. Their presence fills me with paranoia, perhaps it is a byproduct of their creation. And then this void goblin, a strange goblin from another world, defies logic itself. If anyone can explain how the shadowy dimension of darkness, doom and torment harbours these pesky shufflers, do contact me. At least my theory that goblins are spawn of nightmares stands correct. And then this other thing, dark being born of the abyss of the mind. It appears to take inspiration from the shape of probes, the mechanical monsters that fight with the legendary worm destroyer. However, these are irregular and made out of plate armor, rather than the smooth cast metal bodies of probes. The least weird of dark creatures, they nonetheless still interest me. If the abyss forms creatures from memories of its creator's mind, then they must have at some point been thinking about probes a lot. Very strange indeed. And then this thing, a spirit of a disembodied dungeon denizen, corrupted by the touch of the void. Most wisps tend to stick to their chaotic moor hives, but occasionally they know to operate by themselves. Dissonance wisps are utterly fatal when they get into close range, but otherwise can be easily outrun. Avoid their charges at all costs. Then this sludge thing, an actual pile of abyss, the most simple life form that the Dark Void has spewed forth. It is still something to reckon with in its own way. While it might not be very good at hitting things, it sure can tank hits itself. Don't let them clog up the dungeon floor and you should be fine. This was actually the thing that killed me. Apparently they managed to haul one up from the dungeon and had it shipped all the way to Hallowstone for research. The scientists scratched their heads at it as it bubbled and blasphemed in its tank. The mages, they were genuinely terrified, for it emanated a darkness that they could not explain. Something they thought was beyond their reach, but alas, it was only because they thought too deeply and forgot to sit back and just perceive these sludges as a normal person would. Only then would their true nature reveal itself, one of pain, suffering and a yearning for something lost, the nature of the abyss. And then this warrior lad, manifestations of the souls of dungeon protectors that have fallen to the dark. Coming back to haunt the living once more, these twice undead have their once beautiful armors drenched in a further layer of abyssal sludge, which burns like concentrated acid on bare physical flesh. The immense pain that had been granted to the fallen protectors in mockery by the void only extends their combat prowess, charging mindlessly into battle. If they were to find their prey, the morbid energy released from their long and painful death serves to soothe the protectors' eternal torment for a moment. But if any of them had a slither of sanity left, they would tell you their own death is a preferable alternative. So it seems like the abyss is not very epic. So yeah, thanks for watching and bye!